abducted, lawyers abducted.
Do you have a question, Jalil?
You do not acknowledge that in 2 years you have completely ignored these things. And today is the last day before your election. I want to show this picture to you, how I feel as a journalist.
All right.
In 2 years, the way
Go
you
ahead,
have
Bahan.
treated
Go
me
ahead.
and Kareem.
Go ahead, Bahan. Do you have a question? You know what? This is Jalil. This is question time, not argument time in the briefing room. Go ahead, behind you. Go ahead. And I appreciate journalists that show up with questions, not extended arguments. Go ahead.
That's I want to tell you the last day of the election.
You can go ahead with your question.
Journalism, please.
Go ahead with your question. I'm going to respect journalism by calling on a journalist in the room.
Yes, I will shut
Go
up.
ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Matt. You know that Mr. Smotrich and Ben Gvir, they are both crucial members in the government of Israel, and one of them is explicitly encourage expanding settlement in West Bank, and the other one explicitly and practically arming the settlers in the West Bank. Last Wednesday, you rejected that Palestinian has a right to defend themselves against these settlers, and you said that it's a matter of law enforcement. Can you give me in this context, can you give me more clarification or more explanation what type of law enforcement that can encounter these expanding settlements and encountering these settlers who burning Palestinian homes, burning happened yesterday, Palestinian cars, steal their lands. So it's kind of some game. As you supposedly a fair mediator between Palestinian and Israeli, what is your vision for moving this situation, specifically the government itself, encouraging these settlers to expand the settlement?
Yeah, so when it comes to who is responsible for law enforcement operations, it depends in what area of the West Bank it is. I think, as you well know, in Area A, the Palestinian Authority has principal responsibility for law enforcement operations, and in Area C, it is the government of Israel. And so when you heard the opening remarks at this briefing today, I made clear that relevant authorities, whether it be in Area A, whether it be in Area C, whether it be anywhere, need to respond to acts of violence no matter the perpetrator and no matter the victim. Now, when it comes to settlements in Area C, we want to see the government of Israel do more to prevent settler violence, to crack down on settler violence, and to hold settlers accountable for that violence. And we have also made clear that if we do not see sufficient action from the government of Israel, we will impose our own actions, as we have on more than 24 occasions already this year.
Okay, second question on UNRWA, last question on UNRWA. Why USA doesn't voluntarily to take action to send teams or organization or something, because as Mr. Said said, UNRWA is the most strong and well known about their job, and Israel, it seems not cooperate or not helping for distributing aid and something like that. Why USA doesn't take an action or doing any practical rules in terms of distributing this aid, specifically in Northern Gaza, because some expertise says it's kind of fame or kind of starving. So why USA doesn't play a real action?
We have taken significant action to get humanitarian assistance into Gaza. Now, when it comes to that last mile, if you will, the distribution role, we don't have U.S. government agencies on the ground implementing aid delivery, but we are facilitating a great amount of aid making its way to Gaza. In fact, the United States is the largest donor of humanitarian assistance to the Palestinian people. And we fund enough